Explain what has sparked the NIL conversation, set a little context for people, and then just get into this.
Well, it appears that Jordan Addison, the Biletnikoff winner, top wide receiver at the University of Pittsburgh, is transferring to USC because allegedly USC came up with a great NIL package for him. So he's up and leave. The rumors start coming out during the draft last weekend, and it looks like it's officially happened that he's entered the portal. He's going to go to USC. They got a deal lined up for him. Pat Narduzzi, Pitt's head coach, was furious. Apparently called Lincoln Riley a couple times to admonish him. How dare you do this? You're ruining the game. And, Lincoln Riley's like, this wasn't on me, Pat. Hey, you keep your guy. He chose me. I didn't choose him. So now people are all upset that this is the new way that college basketball and college sports are going to go. The kids are going to go to the highest bidder. And it just amazes me because, first of all, how is this any different from coaches getting poached during the middle of the year, in the middle of the season? We saw that in MSU where before the Michigan game, one of the biggest games of the year, Mel Tucker has to start his press conference saying, guys, don't ask me about LSU. Ask me about Michigan. I can't talk about other stuff, but it happens. And now you're starting to see it trickle down to kids. And I'm just getting tired of people saying that this is going to ruin the sports. It's going to ruin college sports. It's not. It's different. It's new. And everybody's always afraid of different and new because we want things the same. And crosstalk, you guys are reminiscing the days of old of the Big East.
Whoa, what do you mean the you guys? You walked in on something and you didn't even hear what I said prior to.
I heard what you said. We got a speaker right outside the door.
All I said is I don't like the new conference alignments that have no regard for geography. I don't think that that's terrible.
Okay.
That's all. Like Nebraska doesn't belong in the Big Ten. Syracuse doesn't belong in the ACC.
But those names are just names.
I know.
They have nothing to do with it. It's because the schools pay a ton of money and it means something to say academically you are attending a Big Ten university.
I don't play them. It means I don't see the matchups I want. Look, it's a separate argument.
Right.
Addison is the best receiver in America. 100 catches, 1,600 yards, 17 touchdowns. I mean, just an eye-popping season. Yeah, Kenny Pickett was good. This kid was a big reason. Well, why is he not in the NFL draft? He's a true sophomore.
He can't, yeah.
It's another stupid rule. But here's the other background. Jordan Addison had all offseason to transfer. He had all offseason to go, you know what? Pitt's been real. My quarterback's leaving. I have 1 year left. I'm going to go somewhere, make some money, and increase my profile. Had all offseason to do it. Did he enter the portal at the end of the season?
No.
Did he enter the portal 6 weeks ago? No. He waited until the day before the deadline, after clearly being tampered with, to then bail on his team, bail on his coach, bail on his school, and do it in the really slickest way possible. Now, look, let me be very clear. I don't have any problem with Jordan Addison wanting to cash in.
Right.
I don't have any problem. Had he entered the portal and went through the process and ended up at USC making millions of dollars, what do I say? Nothing. But I think this has got people up in arms because of the way it went down. Because Lincoln Riley, who I think you and I both agreed, the minute he left Oklahoma, USC was going to be a distinct problem. Lincoln Riley is the real deal. It's very rare you take over for a legend and you make the program better. That's what Lincoln Riley did when he took over for Bob Stoops. Lincoln Riley's going to go to USC, and he's going to make them a distinct problem. This is part of it. So, look, I want to offer a solution for change. See, Rico thinks I'm going to give you the old white guy opinion. I'm not going to. I'm actually going to take this a step further.
No, it's not the old white guy. It's just the old, I like my college football the way it was, and I don't want any change, and I don't like this, and I don't like that. And
you're kind of making it sound like old white guy.
That's not old white guy. It's old people.
So here's
my way of thinking.
Here's my point. Why don't we just stop referring to them as student athletes? Like, why don't we just go full Cardell Jones at this point? Quote, we ain't here to play school. If Jordan Addison's goals in life are to be an NFL football player, go and attain that.
No, you can still be a student athlete, Mike.
Can you?
Because you know what?
What can you really study?
Because about 95% of those kids are never going to
go pro in something other than sports.
But it's true.
Yeah, except the problem is most of them are doing it with garbage degrees.
Here's the problem. College is the only sport where we want to cap whatever somebody can make. No one can cap whatever you want to make in life. No one can cap David, Kenny, anybody else. This is America, the land of opportunity.
I'm not
If you can make money off of something stupid,
I'm not capping
nobody
them.
comes out and says, well, maybe you shouldn't make money
I'm
off of
not
doing that.
capping
Not
them.
you.
I'm saying let's lose the illusion they're there to be students. They're not.
But most are there to be students, Mike.
No, they're not.
They're on a scholarship.
How many guys at Michigan could get in as students if they didn't play football? Let me help you. None.
There's some that can.
5. 10.
You're being stereotypical.
I'll do the same exercise with Michigan State.
No. You're
you
right.
got kids who have 3.8s who can't get in, but Bob Smitherman, who's 6'7" and 340, can barely read and has a 2.4 in the clearinghouse, and he can get in.
Right, because he possesses a skill that most people don't have.
Exactly. So why are they in the student pool? The NIL thing is real. We are professional.
So you're saying kids just don't even bother about classes?
I'm saying you
can
have
go
the
to
option.
classes if you want to.
I'm saying you have the option. Honestly.
Okay. You know
Like,
what?
this is
No.
about...
That's fair enough.
Like, because the Addison thing proves it. His major at Pitt didn't mean anything to him. His pursuits there didn't mean anything to him. It's about football. It's about money. It's about getting mine.
Well, yeah.
So go get it.
He's watching wide receivers go. Lions trading up to get an injured wide receiver. That could be me next year. I'm not going to get this at Pitt.
So what I'm saying is let's get rid of the safety net. I hate the safety net in life. I hate it. There's winners and losers.
So basically, if you play, okay, so you're saying you play football, you play basketball, you're not a student.
If you choose that path,
You're just an employee of the school.
fine by me. The NIL thing, here's the deal I'll make you. You can get yourself a free education and cash in on NIL deals based on your on-field performance, or forego the scholarship, don't play school, and we'll give you a stipend. We'll simply pay you the cash value of the scholarship. Either way, if we're going to...
But that's where people get angry because...
Too bad.
Well, Mike, I can go to Texas A&M, and they're going to pay me $600,000. You're only going to pay me $200,000.
Then go.
But, but that's not fair.
No. Life isn't fair.
But this is where you get people saying, well, you got Hunter Dickinson spouting off saying, hey, Michigan, if you don't step up to the plate, you're going to lose out on kids because kids
Look,
are
then
now...
why doesn't he leave while he's at it?
Because
nobody wants him.
He took all the money. And he basically said, yeah, I took it all. And there's none left for anybody else.
And I don't blame Hunter.
If you
get all
guys
the money you can get, the bottom line is if Hunter had an NBA future, he'd be gone. And I respect the fact the kid doesn't want to live in Latvia because that's the only place that's going to pay him to play ball.
How is this what Jordan Addison did, how is this any different than what Todd Golden did for the coach of the San Francisco Dons, the team that you hate?
Coaches are scumbags.
Okay?
I don't argue it.
He coached, his team lost. And as he's sitting there saying, guys, you played a tough game. We went as far as we could in the NCAA tournament.
Mike and the crew a table parlay worth thousands upon thousands. We cost them. Hang on, I got to take this call. Yup, I'm coming to Gainesville.
He didn't even do that, Mike. He walked in with an orange and blue towel wrapped around his neck, fellas. We played hard today. Hey, Coach, that's not our colors. I'll get to that in a second. I'm proud of each and every one of you young men. I would have you date my daughter. I would do this. By the way, I'm no longer your coach. I'm headed to Florida tomorrow morning. As a matter of fact, you guys can hop on this flight.
Right.
I'm flying out to Gainesville.
This is my point.
I'm no different.
I'm not. I think you're arguing something I'm not. I've never defended how coaches are allowed to do one thing players aren't. What I'm arguing is if the coaches are not professors in any way or teachers in any way, they are renegade employees, they are mercenaries, then why don't we admit that's what the players are?
And just drop the facade.
Right. Everyone's got a hard on acting like look, I know that people like John and Doug are probably shuddering and going, but what about Aiden? Aiden is the exception. He's not the rule. And the pathway is still there for an Aiden Hutchinson to make a ton of money, pursue a degree, stay as long as you like. What I'm saying is, why are we making that the standard? That should be the exception for the exceptional.
Because
for the rest of us, instead of letting kids into school who have no real opportunity to succeed, there are many college athletes who, from the time they are in 8th grade, never really actually do schoolwork because they are so special at athletics. Okay? So then you want them to go to places like Cal Berkeley, UCLA, USC, Michigan, Ohio State, whatever. And then why do you create multi-million-dollar educational centers, a.k.a. our tutors hold your hand and circle the right answers? Guys, let's be done with the charade.